This would normally be the time for Neil Melancon's Bottom Line, but I decided to give Neil the week off as I take a little editorial privilege to close out this week's show. As we told you earlier, the creator of our program, Reginal Wallace, officially retired last week from radio station KMAR, where he was the farm broadcaster there for the last 16 years. I say officially retired because last Friday marked the second time Reg Wallace retired. His first retirement as Public Relations Director for the Farm Bureau and former host of this program was March 31st, 1997. After moving from Baton Rouge in that year back to his hometown of Crowville, Louisiana, Reg stayed retired all of about 6 months. He was sought out by Tom Gay Jr., the new owner of KMAR, and persuaded to go back on the air with a farm program. That program, Round Franklin, would be heard across Northeast Louisiana for the next 16 years. Reg Wallace hired me in 1985, and I worked for Reg for the first 12 years of my Farm Bureau career. In a previous life, I was a political writer and governmental newspaper reporter who had absolutely no broadcast experience whatsoever. "I'll teach you what you need to know," Reg told me, and he did, which is why I stand here today. Reg Wallace was a pioneer in the field of farm broadcasting. He came of age on the air during the time of Cronkite and Brinkley, his deep, resonating sing-song delivery bringing the state of agriculture to listeners across Louisiana. First on the radio beginning in 1975 on the Farm Bureau radio network, and then to television viewers across the state when TWILA signed on the air September 24, 1981. Wallace, who grew up on his family's cotton farm in Franklin Parish, always understood the importance of agriculture. His father and his brother were farmers, and it was the proceeds from the annual cotton crop that helped send him to Louisiana Baptist College after 4 years in the United States Army. Having grown up on a farm, Wallace knew that sometimes farmers and ranchers were underappreciated in their tasks of feeding us day in, day out. His desire to create a television program that would, in his words, tell the farmer's story would go on to become the longest-running locally produced television program in all of Louisiana. And it all started with a man who knew deep down that agriculture had a story to tell and that we should all be thankful for the work farmers and ranchers do on our behalf each year, season after season, good years and bad. When TWILA celebrated 25 years on the air, I interviewed Reg Wallace about how agriculture had changed since the early days in his Farm Bureau career. Reg told me there was a time when, quote, people knew milk came from cows because their father and grandfather had one. Today, he said, we've lost that, but that doesn't mean agriculture is any less important. The agricultural airwaves of Northeast Louisiana are silent now as the man known as the voice of Louisiana agriculture took his final bow last week. I, for one, will never forget the contributions Reg Wallace made to the farmers and ranchers he served for the better part of 4 decades. It was his commitment to their tireless work that helped all of us connect and hopefully better understand the people who call themselves farmers. And the television program he created 32 years ago will carry on that mission to tell the farmer's story, to be that singular voice which helps all of us, the TWILA team included, to be ever mindful that while the work of a farmer is never done, his story will always deserve to be told. Thanks a lot, Reg. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Danna. We'll see you again right here next week.